Good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of the Lord of the Rings LCG Progression Series. Playing solo as always, and today's quest is the Ghost of Framsburg. I have no idea why the card is sideways. Even if I move it right side up, it's still small and sideways in the top left. Oh well. Set the cursed tomb aside. Each player searches the encounter deck for a different location and adds it to staging area. So the one I'm going to go with is Cursed Tower. On this side we need 6 progress and one of the loot objectives. So this is a dungeon crawler type quest with the discover mechanic looking for loot objectives in the encounter deck, which can be a bit hit and miss in terms of its fun and playability. Do I like that hand? Nah, not really. This hand is better. So let's get started. Can play Vilya, and we'll start blindly Vilyaing. See what we get. Song of Kings. Well, normally I'd not be too happy about that, but in this case I have Steward of Gondor in hand and 1 resource, so I can play Song of Kings next round. Also going to play Ioreth, so let's quest for 7. And the card is attached to a questing hero and remove it from the quest. While the active location has the dark trait, reduce attached hero's willpower to 0. We'll put that on Glorfindel. So, questing for 4 instead of 7, that's 1 progress, sideways. And then I'll move to Cursed Tower. Discover 3 means we look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. If there was a loot objective there, I would attach it to the location. I also have to reveal a hazard card, chosen randomly, but there's only 1. The other cards get discarded. So this has threat, attack, and shields of 2 at the moment. I don't have anyone available to defend against it, so I won't engage it. Just leave it there. And on to the next round. Okay, well now I can get out Steward. And I can get out Imladris Stargazer, so that is a pretty good draw. Let's look at the top 5. Definitely want Firyal, I think, or given what's here, maybe Jubayr is better. Let's stabilize the board first and then... So there's 2 things you need to stabilize the board. Number 1 is willpower sufficient that you don't get additional threat and can clear active locations. And number 2 is defense. I have defense on Elrond, but I need him to Vilya. So do I need defense or questing more at the moment? That's really tough. Really, really tough. Given that Glorfindel has this attachment on him, I think I need... Apparently Glorfindel is afraid of the dark. Very thematic. I think I need Firyal right now. So let's put Firyal up front. And we'll think about... Jubayr next round. So let's go ahead and Vilya out Firyal. No point in questing with Glorfindel, he's afraid of the dark at the moment. Firyal. Let's take a look at the top card. It is Framshade. Nope, definitely don't want that. Let's discard it. So I guess Firyal was a very good call. Questing for 7. Doomed 1. When revealed, each player must choose either raise threat by 1 for each questing character. I only have 2, so that's not too big a deal. We'll do that. So it's 1, 2 to 7 is 5 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. Should I engage this enemy? Nah, I'll leave him there again for the moment. On to the next round. I've got Unexpected Courage for Elrond now. And I can play Master of the Forge, but I know what the next card is. So I don't want to Master the Forge yet. I'll Vilya out Jubayr. And then I can play Master the Forge and we'll get a new shuffle. Grab Light of Valinor. Yep, and shuffle up. Okay, so we're set up now. That setup was relatively painless. I'll get Light of Valinor out for the times when Glorfindel's not afraid of the dark. And we'll use Firyal and take a look at the top card, which is Cursed Tower, definitely fine. And we'll go ahead and, let's see, he has at the moment 8. Need 8 to kill him. Don't really want to burn Éowyn on just him. So if I saved back Glorfindel, I'll quest with Glorfindel, Éowyn. That's 7. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1 progress. That's fine, I think. And then we can move to Cursed Tower, which is Discover 3. No, I don't need to do it that way. I can just bring them out of the deck. No loot objectives and no hazard cards. So these get discarded. And we'll go ahead and engage the Crypt Stalker. He's going to attack Jubayr. Discards the shadow card, and that means I raise threat by 1. And I'll attack for 5 against his 3 shields is 2 damage. We're on to the next round. Faramir. Let's take a look with Imladris Stargazer. Faramir or Giant Bear? I think combat is more urgently needed, especially considering I have Faramir in hand. So we'll Vilya out Giant Bear. The board is stabilized both in terms of defense and willpower, at least for the moment. So combat is the one that I need after that. Let's go ahead and quest for 4. Glorfindel's afraid of the dark. First I'll quest with Firyal. Take a look-see, and it's Giant Spider. I think that's probably fine. Well, no, I want to look for a location, so I'm going to discard that. So quest for 7, and it is a location, that's great. So I make 3 progress. And I can go ahead and move there, and it'll be Discover 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a loot objective, which I can attach to the location. Then I have to reveal 1 hazard chosen randomly, so I need a random number from 1 to 2, and that number is 1, so it will be Terrible Shadows. Each character gets -1 willpower, attack, and shields until the end of the round. Okay, so that means when Jubayr gets attacked, he's going to take 1 damage. And then Giant Bear can attack for 3, Elrond for 1, 4, 5, 6 is 3 damage. Still sufficient to kill this Crypt Stalker. Alright, we're stabilized. We're finding our loot objectives. I think there's 3 in the deck, and you need all 3 of them. So that means going through the whole encounter deck possibly multiple times if one of the loot objectives ends up being a shadow card. Seems like an annoying quest for a true solo player. In multiplayer with more cards coming out of the encounter deck each round, it would be easier. Let's see if there's anything in the encounter deck that will help us find it faster. We'll move on to the next round. So we'll get out Faramir and Ghân-buri-Ghân. And we'll Stargazer. Should I not have used Faramir? I knew he was on the top of the deck. Yeah, should just play him out of the, play him with Vilya, right? It's better. Then after that I'm going to get a new shuffle. Grab Song of Kings and shuffle it up. Okay, and we'll go ahead and use Firyal, continuing to look for locations primarily. Not that one, I want to discover locations. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So wait, 4, 5, 9, 14 to 2 is 12 progress. So that clears the location. If unattached, the first player claims Old Lantern and attaches it to a hero. So I can look at the top cards of my deck equal to the discover value and add one of those cards to my hand. Well, that's good. So I have one loot objective and 6 progress, so I can move on to phase 2. Search the encounter deck, discard pile. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck, then reveal an encounter card. That card will be another Evil Spectre. That's great. Not a location. At the beginning of the quest phase, the first player must choose either raise threat by 2 or discard until a location is discarded, and add that location to the staging area. This stage cannot be defeated unless the players control at least 2 loot objectives. Okay, well at least it's got a mechanic to help us find loot objectives. So at the beginning of the quest phase, we're going to discard until we find an objective, generally speaking. But for now, we've got one of these guys engaging. I'm under 35, so I can only optionally engage one at a time. And I want to go ahead and he will attack Jubayr for 1 damage after the shadow card is discarded. Just going to use Ioreth and a resource to heal him up. And I can attack back for 4, 5, 6. At this point in the quest, my setup is so strong that I don't think the outcome is in doubt. It's just a matter of whether I thread out before completing it or not. So let's move on to the next round. Another copy of Vilya is not helpful. Did I not use Stargazer to control what I would draw? I guess I didn't. Well, let's take a look-see. Maybe I used Master of the Forge for a new shuffle. Eagles of the Misty Mountains is what I want. Like to draw, gather information, I think. So out comes Eagles of the Misty Mountains. I don't know that I want to advance past this stage until I find the other 2 loot objectives, because there's a mechanic here to help me find more and more locations to explore, and I don't know if there is one in the last quest. Let's go ahead and do the start of the quest phase. I will discard until a location is discarded and then add it to staging. Well, unfortunately, it's not a useful location. So let's go ahead and quest now. Take a look with Firyal. Nope, still don't want that. That's the boss. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to quest for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No threat. No issue. And I think we'll go ahead and move to the Forgotten Crypt. I would like to use Ghân-buri-Ghân on this, but it's immune to player card effects. So discard until an undead enemy is discarded and added to staging, then attach a loot objective in the encounter discard pile to that enemy. Wait, maybe I don't want to move there. Let me check the discard pile first. I don't think there's a loot objective in the discard pile, so I think that location should remain in staging until there is one, and I can take advantage of that. And then we will move there. So I'm just going to engage this werewolf this round. Do I want to engage the shade as well? How much attack do I have? I need 9, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think I have enough to take on both, so let's just engage the werewolf. For one more turn, I have a choice about that. Did the active location have a dark trait when the other evil specter was destroyed? That was last turn. I don't think there was an active location, so no. Let's attack Jubayr, discard the shadow card. His forced effect takes effect after he's dealt the shadow card with no effect. I'm pretty sure that should read when the shadow card is revealed with no effect, because you don't know what the effect is when it's dealt. But in any case, I don't think it applies when you discard the shadow card. Not that it would matter, except Jubayr could take 1 damage, but I have healing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're on to the next round. Play gather information. Now I want a new shuffle. Well, would have liked to have the Knight of the White Tower. Oh well. Shuffle and then use Stargazer. Well, none of those are good. I guess I'll grab Asfaloth to help out with exploring the locations, though it can't be used on Forgotten Crypt, not that I want to. So at the beginning of the quest phase, let's go ahead and I'm going to be working on gather information here. Beginning of the quest phase, let's go ahead and discard until we find a location. There's one. So we'll use Firyal and take a look at the top card, Crypt Stalker. Now I'd like to do I care if that's the card? I'll discard it. So it's going to be 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or 4, 8, 13. Would like a little more. So we'll go up to 17. And the card is, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 progress. Overkill it so I can look through my deck for any one card. And what card do I want? Another giant bear, perhaps? That seems good. Let's grab another giant bear. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and move to Cursed Tower to discover 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3. There's a loot objective. Great. It's number 2. Any hazards? No hazards. That's great. And both these enemies will engage. So we got 2 attacks to deal with. Evil Spectre on Jubayr. Discard the shadow card, 1 damage. Giant Spider on Eagles of the Misty Mountains. So it attacks for 3. If the active location has the dark trait, attacking enemy cannot take damage. Unfortunate. But I can still kill the Evil Spectre. The active location does have the dark trait, so this gets shuffled back into the encounter deck. Off it goes. Go ahead and use Asfaloth here on the Cursed Tower. And I can use Old Lantern. Look at the top 3 cards of my deck. Add one of the cards to my hand and put the others on the bottom. So go 1, 2, 3. I'd like the Knight of the White Tower in hand. Those 2 on the bottom. Okay, on to the next round. So I can go ahead and play Giant Bear number 2. Oh. Oops, that's too many. We use Éowyn's resources. And then we'll get Knight of the White Tower out. And Eagles of the Misty Mountains, number 2. Play Gladrim's Greeting. And we'll use Stargazer. Gildor is good. Okay. Well, beginning of the quest phase, let's discard until a location is found. There's one. There is one loot objective remaining in the deck in the 18 cards. So I need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go with 11. Well, let's quest with Firyal and take a look. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. To 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 5 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we clear the cursed tower. Attach it to a hero. So I can exhaust the attached hero to reduce threat by 2. Let's put that on Glorfindel. And then I'm going to move to Cursed Tower, which means revealing or discovering 3. 1, 2, 3. There's the Crypt Key, the 3rd loot objective, which means next round I can move on to the next phase. Hazard, just 1 hazard. So this hazard is revealed. Each character gets -1 willpower, attack, and shields until the end of the round. This enemy will engage. So we got 2 attacks. 1 on Jubayr. Discard the shadow card. He will take 1 damage. I'll use Ioreth to heal him up. The other one can go on a Knight of the White Tower for no damage. And then we got 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. We can go. I forgot about this second giant bear. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's enough. And then I can use Glorfindel and Scatha's Teeth to reduce threat by 2. Oh, wait. Back it up. I forgot about the minus. So we do take 1 damage because he's got -1 shields, and then there's -1 attack. So I attacked with who? I attack with... I attacked with Giant Bear for 3. And Elrond for 1. That's just 4. Eagles of the Misty Mountains. Okay, so this is who's available, so I can attack for 3, 4, 5. And then 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, I do need Glorfindel, so I can't reduce it by 2. That's the end result of that, but not too big a deal. On to the next round. We'll just go ahead and reduce threat. And we will take a look here. Oh, I forgot there was a giant bear there I wanted to play. Oh well. Arwen, Elfhelm. Arwen seems good. Draw Darren's runes. Elfhelm. So we got Arwen coming out. And let's go ahead and this point, raise threat by 2. And we'll quest with Firyal and take a look at the top card. It's Moonlit Passage, which is fine. So we'll Asfaloth for the location, and we need, what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's going to be 4, 9. Now, Glorfindel's afraid of the dark. 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll use Arwen as well just to give shields to Jubayr. So that will complete 1. Here's the location. We attach Crypt Key. And then we clear the quest with 3 extra, I think. Stage cannot be defeated unless the players control at least 2 loot objectives, which I do. Third phase. First player adds the Cursed Tomb to the staging area. While each other player, there are no other players. Fram's Shade is immune to player card effects. While the Cursed Tomb is in the victory display, Fram's Shade gains victory 6. The stage cannot be defeated unless Fram's Shade is in the victory display. When the players defeat this stage, they win the game. So, cannot travel to Cursed Tomb unless they control at least 3 loot objectives. I do. After you travel there, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Fram's Shade and add it to staging. Makes an immediate attack against each player in turn order. So I believe it's at the bottom of this deck, the discard pile. So Fram's Shade makes an immediate attack. We'll just put that on a Knight of the White Tower. Gets +1, +1, +1 for each loot objective, so maybe I don't want to do that. It's at, what, 6? 6 attack. And it gets dealt shadow cards equal to the number of loot objectives the players control. So 6 attack and 3 shadow cards. It's probably going to kill something. Let's have it kill the eagle. So it's at 6, raise threat by 1. That's nothing. Deal 1 damage to the defender. Okay. So that will attack and kill the eagle, the Misty Mountain. And we'll stick it underneath the other eagle, the Misty Mountain, to buff it. +1 attack and +1 shields. So that was the travel phase. And Fram's Shade will engage. And Fram's Shade will attack. Who will it attack? Let's just have it attack a Knight of the White Tower. No effect. Attacking enemy gets +1, and I raise threat by 3 after the attack if it destroys a character. If the attack is undefended, it's not. So it's 7 to 3 is 4 damage. That's going to kill the Knight of the White Tower and raise my threat by 3. And it's got currently 6 shields, so I need 12 to kill. Now is Éowyn's moment. She attacks for 10. 11, 12, 13, which will kill Fram's Shade. Send it off to the victory display. Actually, it doesn't go to the victory display, it goes to the discard pile, right? So actually I don't want to kill it this round. We'll just tank it because I didn't realize what the purpose was of the text when the players defeat this, or the can't be defeated unless Fram's Shade is in the victory display, because it doesn't go to the victory display until after you clear the location. So I have to wait until next round. So on to the next round. Play Darren's Runes. Or actually, I think I'll use Master of the Forge first. Try to find more useful cards here. I guess Elfhelm was okay, but now I'll play Darren's Runes. Okay, discard a extra Villia. And we'll go ahead and heat the Dream. Look at top 5. Knight of the White Tower seems good. And I'll heat the Dream part 2 to look through the deck for another Eagle, perhaps? Yeah, that seems good. So I can play both of these. Eagle of the Misty Mountains number 2. Knight of the White Tower. And now I need to go ahead and quest with Firyal. I could also Eldritch Stargazer and take a look. And get out a Giant Bear as well, I guess. Why not, right? So, we'll use Firyal, take a look. It is... Each player chooses and exhausts a character he controls. Until the end of the round, characters cannot be ready. That's fine. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 total. So 4, 8, 6 is 14. There's 17. 13 progress. Off to the victory display. So now Fram's Shade can be combated. Could have cleared Moonlit Passage this round and last round by using Asfaloth, but oh well. I might as well move there too, right? So Fram's Shade will attack. We'll put that on Eagle of the Misty Mountains. 3 shadow cards, so it's attacking for 6, 7, nothing, nothing, so it's attacking for 7. Rip Eagle of the Misty Mountains, number 2, also will go underneath. And now I just need to attack and kill Fram's Shade, so don't think I need Éowyn, but up she goes. Did I forget to undo paying for her last time? I don't know. Doesn't matter. 10, 11, 12, 16. And that will kill Fram's Shade and end the game. Alrighty. Well, I don't tend to like quests where you just kind of wander around the encounter deck looking for cards. There are only 3 loot objectives in the deck and you need to find them all. However, in this playthrough it went pretty smoothly. So, yeah. I like Giant Bear. I think it's a very good card, especially in Elrond Villia. Thanks for watching.